Hello again. I thought I'd just show you a recent Craigslist purchase I got. The Texas Instruments home computer, or it's usually referred to as the TI-99-4A. It's released in 1979 according to Wikipedia. One guy disputes it. He says 1977 actually. But anyway, it's a early home computer. I paid $40 for it. Guy was living on Vancouver Island, but he sent it to a friend of his in Vancouver and met him. Nice chap. Performance-wise, it's on par with a ColecoVision or a SG-1000 Mark II. I think they all share a common video chip, but don't quote me on that. But regardless, they use the same color palette basically. So as a pixel artist, I looked into the SG-1000 too, mostly for the pixel art reference, because it had the best looking graphics in this caliber range, I guess you would call it. Never owned this system. It doesn't. It's just a curiosity for me as a collector. Although I have, looked it up and seen what it's all about. I don't have much for it, so I'll probably just refer you to Steve Benway, Marlon Lee, Maxim RD, and Jill Poo 3. Jill Poo 3, he said he had, he never had an Atari, so this was like his first system. Well, this will be my first time with ever trying this thing. So I found a shop, retro shop in my immediate neighborhood that has some carts for this. So I've just been looking over the the YouTube to see what other games I can get for it. Things I might like. So far, the prices I've seen not too unreasonable. Average between, I don't know, $7 to $8. That's what I can find locally anyway. I got it with 2 game carts. First one's Alpiner. Not a bad game. It's a lot more forgiving than Parsec when it comes to the rather lackluster joystick that I'll be showing you in a moment. And Parsec. Parsec was, I'm sure I could play it a lot better if I if I had a better controller for this system. Yeah. And the stock one, which is inadequate for this game, in my opinion. I forgot to mention that the carts have a guard on them, a little spring-loaded thing like you would see on Atari cartridges and so forth. So when you clean them, you know, you're either taking it apart via the screw, or you just jam something into here and you know, swab it down. I actually jam these into the machine, but I should have cleaned them first because there's a lot of residue and dust and oil in here. Like an idiot, I just jammed it into the machine to test it out. Okay, I got the manual here for Alpiner. It's a nice piece of art on the front. I looked up manuals. I guess the original owner here, he punched some holes for easy storage of all his documentation into a single binder. Anyway, that's a good picture. It describes the gameplay quite well. Here's Parsec. I would say I really like this one. It's a nice bit of art here. Reminds me of old, I guess 1950s science fiction magazines. They used to have covers like this. Okay, these are the stock controllers for the Texas Instrument. 4 directions, excuse me. 1 button. Let's see, fairly long cord. Both controllers go into 1 wire. Not really fond of that, but I guess they saved 1 plug for that. Initial reaction, pretty stiff. Problem is, you know, you can't. You got to hold pretty tight on the base to move the joystick right, and then you're expected to press this button, and this button is very mushy. I'm not going to take it apart, but I'm going to include a link down below to nice&games. He has a video where he actually takes this apart and basically shows you the marshmallows that exist inside of this thing. Now, here's the keyboard. It's a clicky keyboard. Unlike most vintage computers, it doesn't have a membrane or chiclet keyboard, so it's quite responsive. But all early keyboards have this sort of abbreviation here. The letter keys have associated symbols included. You hold the shift key or the alpha lock to activate them. Here's the power supply. Texas Instruments logo. Gets a bit warm. I had this plugged in for about half an hour, so much like an Atari, you'll probably want to unplug it after you're done using it. Let's see. Yeah, usual plug here, no ground. Got this unique 4-pin arrangement here that goes into the machine. And you have the modulator box here, which is actually quite large. I think they, I don't know, tried to make it a high quality piece to, you know, since it is a home computer, they wanted it to be as good as possible when you plug into a television. It's got the usual old school forks. I had to attach this coaxial adapter to it to plug it into the television. I'm only going to show you the back of this because this is the original receipt, and I don't know how current this information is from the original owner. So I'm going to read it to you off camera. It was purchased in 1983 for $446.75 Canadian currency. Looks like it was purchased at a London Drugs. I see a lot of drugs everywhere now, but I never knew of it back in '83. I'll just show you quick some of the documentation that came with it. There's this is a catalog, basically. Was it Bill Cosby? He was the spokesperson for this. It just lists all the program cartridges you can get, their prices, and so forth. User's reference guide. It's all loose. Hole punches. I gotta get a binder for this, I think. There's one more thing with Bill Cosby on here. It's a whole new way to learn. Oh, that was a terrible Bill Cosby impression, but you know what he sounds like. Look at him, so young and happy. It's not sad old Bill Cosby now. I don't know what happened to his eye, but his eye is shut down or something. It still works, but it's got a weird color to it. At least I think it works. Here's some audio cassettes. Let's see here. Teach Yourself Basic, chapters 1 through 5, part 2, chapters 6 to 10. Got the wired controllers manual, the video modulator manual, something for some advertisement, I don't know. TextNet, basic, the manual for the cassettes, and a little basic programming reference card. I've looked into BASIC. It's relatively easy to learn how to program BASIC, so I don't know, maybe I'll look into it. It's not really my forte though. And we got the beginner's BASIC, step-by-step approach. It's nice to have. Yeah, I was hoping to get more of my other recent pickups into this video, but featuring this took a little longer than I expected. But I'm going to put some links down to fellow YouTubers who, you know more about the system than me and are doing interesting things on it. So anyway, I'll put up a new video as soon as possible. See you later till then.